What is your take right now? We're at $60,000, almost $61,000 Bitcoin. What's your general read on the market?
No, look, this is incredible. Last night, Pomp called me about 11 o'clock. I was going siesta time, but he got me up, got the pizza back out, got online. I think this ETF stuff is really interesting. I'm not quite sure how it's going to play out. Like, I'm a little worried that it's going to be kind of the sell the news situation, but that's not happening right now. I think there's a number of other ETFs that are going to come on the back of this announcement next week, which I think is really cool. Still super bullish going into the end of the year. Six-figure Bitcoin's on the way. No, man, I think everything that could happen to set this up has kind of happened. It's not great because, Bitcoin kind of works if some other things are breaking. But here we are.
So when you think about all of the institutions, you and I talked to, I have no clue how many, hundreds of institutions over the years. And all of them were along the spectrum of, I'm not interested at all. That sounds stupid. You guys are crazy. To, that's interesting, but I can't invest. To, there was a couple of very, very forward-thinking institutions that decided they were going to allocate to it. But outside of the forward-thinking ones, the rest of the market, they're basically showing up now. How do you think about the fact that they could have bought at a much lower price? Now they're buying around, $40, $50, $60,000. Is that just a function of you kind of buy the price of Bitcoin that you deserve?
Yeah, exactly. And I hadn't talked to you or prepared for this, but I do want to call out something because you won't do it. You spent a lot of time educating people, Pomp, and one person in particular that really broke my heart recently was Jim Cramer. Because I'm kind of a fan of the Mad Money guy. He's kind of wacky. And you brought him into Bitcoin, spent a lot of time with him, and I think he bought Bitcoin around 12,000. And I was so happy for him. He had this evolution of thought. He kind of ditched the whole boomer stuff and got rid of the gold stuff. Peter Schiff, he parked all of that. And off we went. I think he sold and paper-handed Bitcoin around 60K, 62K, and paid off his mortgage. Absolute disaster of a situation. Happy to expand on it with you guys, but man, that was a heartbreaking situation. Shame on you, Jim Cramer. Shame on you, Jim Cramer.
What do you think about the Norel Norbinis, the Peter Schiffs, kind of the crowd that's built an entire reputation around being a bear?
Look, the Bubble Gang, Nouriel Rubini, whatever the last name is. I don't know where you are. I'm looking for you. I've been looking for you for a while. You called me out, said I worked in some Starbucks bathroom with Pomp raising money. Don't even get me started on the performance of that fund, son. Now, Peter Schiff, where are you? I went on Fox News talking to you. You're talking about gold this, gold that. Gold is nothing. Gold's a mess. Bitcoin. Come at me, son. Get me on Fox News.
What did Peter Schiff say to you on Fox News?
I don't know. He just kept talking over me about gold and Bitcoin's not backed by anything. It's speculative. I'm a punter. I'm a horticulturist. They're talking about things I don't understand. And tulips. I don't deal with tulips. I never had a tulip in my life, Pomp. Never one. But what I do is I got Bitcoin and I got the belt, son.
What is that
interest belt?
All right, what is the belt? Oh, it's the interest champ belt. Oh.
Yes, sir. What do you don't know what this is? Because you ain't in this game making this interest that I make, son. You don't understand. You don't understand. I've been getting paid.
Explain how you got the interest champ belt.
No, this was back when Bitcoin was really suffering, man. I was in Peru in March 2020. I had parked a bunch of money at BlockFi in a stable coin, and I was just sitting on it, collecting interest, waiting for an opportunity. And the opportunity came. Bitcoin was like $4,000, and I had a few natty lights. Waves were good. I was with my boys, and I started smash buying millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin at around 4,000. And then the whole world burned down. I got back to the U.S. right before they closed the borders and stuff. And the kind of 15 months were horrible. But look who's laughing now.
You know who else is laughing? Bitcoin just crossed 61,000 while we're on here. If we just stay on this live chat, on this live stream, we may cross 64,000 before we get off.
61,200.
Yeah, look, I'm not here to teach anyone anything. I just want to show people what winning looks like.